started. Nice seated position. Use the cushion, use any props that you need or don't, completely up to you. And just find that nice comfortable seat. And just maybe give yourself a little wiggle, a sway from side to side. And just place your hands just on your thighs, palms facing down, nice soft bend in the elbows. Make sure you're grounded through both sit bones, wherever you are. And then draw the navel back towards the spine. Actively drop those shoulders away from the ears. I think when you first start to practice, you don't sometimes realize how much tension you're holding in the shoulders until you actively drop them away from the shoulders, from the ears even, and elongate through the spine, through the crown of the head. And just either take a soft gaze or closing down the eyes completely. And just start to tune into that breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose if you can. If you're full of cold, just do what you can. And just witnessing the slowing down of that breath. Rise and fall of the belly. And maybe just tucking the chin ever so slightly. So you elongate through the back of the neck. So just take your attention firstly to your surroundings. And just engage your senses, notice any sounds. And then turn that attention inwards, so notice anything that's arising for you. Maybe just taking a scan of the day from the moment that you woke up. And just noticing, remembering anything that possibly triggered you, that caused some kind of reaction. And then thinking of anything joyful, anything that brought you joy. And if it feels appropriate for you, just setting yourself an intention for your practice, a sankalpa, an I am statement. And then fluttering the eyes open, we're going to inhale, just take the gaze up towards the ceiling, elongating through the front of the neck. And then exhale, tucking the chin towards the chest. So keeping the rest of the body still and aligned and just working into the neck. So inhale, take the head back, nice stretch in the front of the neck, and exhale, tucking the chin to chest, finding a nice stretch through the back of the neck. One more time, inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale, tuck the chin to chest, and we'll hold it here, just staying with the breath. And then just take some semicircles, just really gently rolling the head from side to side, drawing that smile with the chin. Inhale to the left, exhale back to center. And then inhale to the right. And just noticing any tension dissolving away. And then chin to chest again. We'll inhale, take the gaze up. Pause here for a breath. We'll take another inhale and exhale. We'll take the gaze over the left shoulder. So again, just maintaining alignment through the rest of the body and just twisting that chin so it's coming over the left shoulder. Inhale, exhale back to center. Take an inhale here and exhale. Turning over to the opposite side. So tracking that chin towards the right shoulder. Inhale here, exhale back to center. And we'll release the hands. We're going to take our right fingertips down by our sides. You can remove the cushions if you like, but it might be nice just to keep the hips tilted forwards just for this last bit. And we'll inhale, sweep that left arm up. Gazing up towards the ceiling, finding that stretch down the left-hand side. And inhale and exhale, take it the other side, so plant that left hand down. Bending into that elbow, sweeping the right arm up. Inhale and exhale, one more each side. And then inhale back to center. We're going to remove our cushions if you've got them there, if you haven't done so already. And just get yourself comfortable again, grounding through both sit bones and just notice that change in alignment. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms to touch. And exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So right hand onto the left knee, drop the left fingertips behind. Drop the shoulders and then gaze over that left shoulder. And not pushing it too far, not working too far into it, just wherever you feel that twist. And just holding it here just for a few moments, staying with the breath. Trying not to sink too much into that hand behind you. So really trying to elongate out through the crown of the head, almost as if you could release that left hand from behind you. So really engaging the core here as well. Deep inhale and exhale, gently release back to center, and we'll go the other side. So inhale, sweeping the arms up, palms to touch, elongating up towards the ceiling. And exhale, taking a twist to the right, left hand on the right knee, drop the right fingertips behind. And again, just finding that twist, gaze over the right shoulder, engage the core, so you can elongate the spine. And just holding the twist here. Just for a few breaths. Deep inhale, exhale to release. And we're going to send the right leg away, so take the left sole of the foot on the inside of that right leg. Flex your toes back towards your face and you switch on the muscles of that right leg. And we're going to inhale, sweep those palms together up ahead, and then exhale, turn to face that right foot. And we're going to fold over, either creeping the fingertips towards that left foot, taking hold of the ankle or the outside edge of the foot. And trying to fold at the hips rather than rounding through the spine. We're concentrating on lifting through the head. Take a bend in that right knee if you need to. And just stay with the breath here as you just allow for those hamstrings to lengthen. And see if you can push through the opposite knee. So push that left knee towards the floor. And either just staying here, just enjoying the stretch, not pushing it too far, or if you'd like a bit of a twist, taking your right forearm so it's on the inside of that right leg, and inhale, Sweeping that left arm up and then using the resistance of that right arm against the right leg, twisting your torso up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, just allow gravity just to drop that left hand overhead. So opening up that left side of the body. And again, concentrating on pushing that left knee towards the floor so that you're grounding through both sitting bones. Inhale, gently releasing, coming back through center, and then going the other side. So taking that right sole of the foot inside that left leg. And again, just grounding here, pushing that right knee towards the mat, flexing those left toes back towards your face. We inhale, sweep the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, twist towards those left toes and folding over that left leg. And again, just creeping, maybe just swaying from side to side, just to release off any tension as you fold forward. Notice the difference on this side. Sometimes it's more restrictive because of the expanded rib cage on the left side. And again, just breathing into it, just allowing the muscles to lengthen with every exhale. And just finding that edge, finding that spot that feels right for you. Knowing that it might be different on this side. Maybe you want to take more of a bend in that knee so you can get the torso further down, finding more of a nice stretch in the lower back. Or maybe you want to work into the back of that leg. So keeping the torso further up. Just taking your choice, depending on how you're feeling and what you've been doing. And just knowing it's not always the same and it doesn't have to be the same. The joy of yoga. And either staying here, just enjoying that nice stretch. Or if you feel like it, just putting your left arm on the inside of that left leg. And inhale, sweeping that right arm up overhead. And again, using the resistance of that left arm to open the torso up. And again, you might find it slightly more restrictive on this side because of our hearts and that space that it occupies. And just wherever you are, just using the breath, breathing into it. And just noticing where you're feeling the benefit, where you're feeling that stretch. Really full, expansive inhales and complete exhales. Inhale to gently come up out of it. Take the left leg in and we're going to come down onto our backs. So firstly, just hugging the knees into the chest, wrapping those forearms around the shins, having a rock just from side to side. And then taking our hands on our knees just to guide our knees into some circles. So we massage the lower back into the mat. Maybe just starting off really small movements. And then expanding, if that feels right. First one way, and then when it feels right, just changing the direction. And then coming back to center, we're going to take our arms out into crucifix, palms facing down. Take a deep inhale and then drop our knees over to the left, but we're going to keep our gaze up towards the ceiling just to start with, just before we're warmed up. And see if you can press that right shoulder into the mat. So you've got both shoulder blades in contact with the mat. And don't worry if your knees don't quite reach the floor. Don't even worry if your shoulder blades don't, but just see if you can encourage that opposite shoulder further down towards the mat. Inhale back through center. And exhale, we drop the knees over to the right. Again, keeping the gaze up towards the ceiling. And this time, seeing if you can press that left shoulder blade further into the mat. Working with the breath. Again, really complete inhales. And complete exhales. Feeling the benefit of that breath. Inhale back up to center. And exhale. We're going to take our hands up to our fingertips up to our temples. And keep the left knee hugged in. And we're going to send that right leg away, but keeping it to a hover. So we're going to inhale, lifting the shoulders, and then take our right elbow towards the left knee. So we're going to come into some yogic cyclic crunches. So just holding it here, engaging the core. Staying with the breath, so easy to hold the breath in these slightly challenging postures. Inhale here, and then exhale to change. So send the left leg away and left elbow towards the right knee. Keeping the shoulders lifted. Crunching into those abdominals, working the core. Inhale here, exhale to change. Again, not holding the breath. Really squeezing into the abdominals, really hovering those right toes. Inhale here, exhale to change. One more on each side. For 3, for 2, for 1. Deep inhale, exhale, switch. Really squeezing. Really feeling those abdominals working here. For 3, for 2, for 1, and switch. Last one on this side. Really squeezing the elbow towards that knee. For 3, for 2, for 1. Hugging the knees in, taking the back of the head back down onto the mat and just rocking from side to side here. And then taking the hands underneath the knees, we're going to rock and roll, massaging our spine into the mat and crossing over our ankles, rolling into our cat-cow. So taking our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. And just start by swaying out those hips from side to side. And then going into your cat-cows when you're ready, in time with your own breath. So inhale to drop that belly. Take the gaze up. Oh, lovely stretch out for those abdominals. Exhale, chin to chest. Really rounding through the spine. And just taking a movement in time with your own breath. And then coming back to neutral, gaze between the thumbs. Walk the hands forward by a pace. Take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck those toes under, coming into our downward dog. Pedaling out the feet. Notice any stiffness in the backs of those legs. But perhaps also notice some flexibility. Feeling slightly stretched with some of those forward folds that we've done. And then finding some stillness, however that looks for you, maybe bending through the knees so you can push that torso further back towards those thighs. Gaze between the knees so that the neck is relaxed. And find that breath. Really using the exhale to sink into the posture. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to baby step our feet towards our hands, coming into our ragdoll, so taking hold of opposite elbows, having a sway out to start with. Taking some yeses and nos with the head. And then releasing the elbows, bending through the knees, planting the hands in front of the feet. And we're going to inhale to open out towards the right fingertips up towards the ceiling as we straighten through that right leg, bending into the left knee. And just holding here, staying with the breath, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, energy out through those top fingertips, pushing the floor away with that left hand. Inhale here, exhale, drop that right hand down, bend through that right knee. And then inhale, open up through the left. So left fingertips up towards the ceiling, straightening through that left leg, but really bending into that right knee. And again, just holding here, finding that breath. Inhaling here. Exhaling, dropping that left hand down, bending through the knees. Inhale into a flat back, so straightening through the legs, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, and we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up past the ears, coming into a chair. So tuck the tailbone, weight sinking into the heels, palms facing each other. Deep inhale, exhale, see if you can sink. Inhale here, exhale, hands to heart center. Take another inhale, exhale. We're going to twist to the left, taking our right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Gaze over the left elbow. Holding it here, staying with the breath. Relaxing through the shoulders, but pushing the hands, pushing the left hand into the right. So you can work further into that twist. Inhale here. Exhale to release. Hands to heart center again. Another inhale and exhale as we twist to the right this time. Left elbow on the outside of that right knee. Really pushing that right hand into the left. Gaze over that right elbow. Strong core. Again, weight into those heels. Inhale, release. Sweeping all the way up into that chair pose. And exhale, folding forwards. Nice release, straighten through the legs. Shake the head at the bottom. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And we're going to step into our plank. Really pushing into the heels. And really pushing into the heels of the hands. Tuck the tailbone. Push through the shoulders. Deep inhale here. Exhale, drop to the knees. Release the feet. Lower all the way down. And we inhale into our baby cobra. So lifting the chest, really squeezing the elbows. Exhale, come through that cat stretch. So chin to chest, tuck those toes under, send the hips high. Back into our downward dog here. And finding that breath. Inhale the right leg up, coming into our three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through, help it if you need to. Drop the back knee, release the feet. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. And really sinking into that hip. So nice stretch for that left hip flexor. Inhale here. And exhale. We're going to take the right hand back towards the back of the room and extend the left to the front. So coming into a twist to the right. Inhale, take the hands back up. Exhale, we're going to open up to the left this time. Inhale, sweeping up through center. Exhale, open out to the right. See if you can drop the right hand down to engage the back of that left leg. And we're going to inhale, sweep up the left hand, coming into a mini back bend, also a bit of a twist. Exhale, release. Framing your foot with both your hands. Plant the left hand into the floor, and we're going to inhale, open up to the right. Exhale, sweep the right hand down, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Plant the left hand down again, and we're going to inhale, open up to the right again. Exhale, drop the right hand down, and this time inhale, sweep all the way up to our high lunge. And again, we're going to exhale, open out to the left. Really push into that left heel. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open out to the right. This is the hard one. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale here, and then see if you could take a twist to the right, hooking that left elbow over the right knee. Pushing the hands to heart center, like we did in our chair pose. So really pushing that right hand into the left. Gaze over that right elbow. Pausing here. And either holding it here, or there's an option to open out the hands. So keeping that left elbow hooked over that right knee. You can drop those left fingertips down and take the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Slightly deeper, but no obligations. Inhale to release, sweeping all the way up. Exhale, float the hands down, drop the back knee, unhook the toes. Take an inhale here, and exhale, walk your fingertips back, straightening through that front leg into the half splits. You might want to adjust where that back knee is. It should technically be just underneath the hip. And flex the toes back towards your face. Maybe point and flex, working into that hamstring. And just staying with the breath here. You might want to just come up onto the fingertips, elongating through the spine. Or option to just take it further down, bending through those elbows, taking the torso further towards that thigh. Lovely stretch for the hamstring. Deep inhale here. Exhale, bend through that front knee, framing that front foot again with your hands. Tuck the toes under, lift the back knee, and we step back into our plank. Finding that alignment, so tucking that tailbone, pushing through the shoulders, pushing into the heels. Inhale here and exhale through the vinyasa of your choice, so where the knees, chin, chest, or coming through that chaturanga into that float, into the full up dog. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. I'm going to just stay here. So take the gaze to neutral again. Take an inhale. Exhale. Take the gaze over the left shoulder towards the left heel. Inhale through center. Exhale over the right shoulder. Back to center. Tuck the toes under. Exhale. Back to our downward dog. Pausing here. Finding that breath. We're going to take our feet as wide as the mat, walk our hands towards our feet just by a couple of paces. Take an inhale here and exhale. Take your right hand around the outside of that left heel and see if you can pull your torso underneath that left armpit. So again, coming into a twist here. Stay with the breath. And just working within your limits. You might want to even shorten the dog even more. Just seeing what adjustments you need to make. Inhale and exhale to release. So plant that right hand down. Take another inhale and exhale. We're going to take our left hand on the outside of that right ankle, pulling the torso underneath that right armpit, twisting the torso, but working into that right hamstring even more. Work with the breath. Inhale here, exhale. Placing that left hand down, walking the hands forward a couple of paces, bring the feet so they're hip width apart again. And we're going to inhale, sweeping that left leg up, coming into that three-legged dog. And we're going to do all that on the other side. Exhale, step the left foot through. Help it if you need to. Drop the back knee, release the toes. And we're going to inhale, sweeping all the way up. Palms facing each other. Drop the shoulders, really sinking into those hips. Nice stretch for that right hip flexor. Circulating the breath around the body. Inhale here, exhale. Take your left hand back and the right hand forward. Coming into that twist. Gaze over the left hand. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. So right hand back this time. Left hand to the front. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand towards the back. Either staying here or seeing if you can find the back of that leg with the left hand. Inhale, coming into that back bend. Right palm facing down. Find the breath here, take an inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands to frame that front foot. Take an inhale here, exhale. I was going to say tuck the back toes under, but we're going to go into a twist. So pushing through that right hand, open up to the left first. Exhale, drop the left hand. This time tuck the toes under, lift the back knee. And we're going to inhale, sweep all the way up into that high lunge. And we're going to go again here. So inhale, exhale, open out to the right. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, open up to the left. The hard one. Ooh, really push into that back heel. Find that twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, open up to the right again. Inhale, center. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take another inhale and take the twist if you like. So hooking that right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Pushing the palms towards each other. Pushing into that back heel. Finding your balance. Taking the gaze over that left elbow. Steadying yourself with the breath. Then we inhale, exhale. If you want to take it that step further, opening out, so dropping those right fingertips down, lengthening out through those left fingertips. Deep inhale, exhale to release. Sweep those arms all the way up. And exhale, floating those hands down, framing the front foot. And we're going to inhale, open up to the left again. Exhale, float that left hand down. Drop the back knee. Inhale onto those fingertips. And exhale, walk those fingertips back towards the hips, straightening through that left leg. So again, finding those half splits. Flexing the toes back towards your face. And then pointing and flexing. Working into those hamstrings. And again, options here, so coming up onto those fingertips, nice straight spine, or working into it, coming down onto your palms, maybe just rocking the hips side to side, finding that edge, and then moving past it with the breath. Inhale here, exhale. Walking the hands forward, framing that front foot, tucking the toes under, lifting the back knee. We step into a plank. Deep inhale here and exhale through that vinyasa of your choice. Inhale, take the head up, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Hips high, into that lovely downward dog. Find the breath. And just enjoy the stillness. See if you can try just to press the heels further into the floor. Really tilting the tailbone so you can shine those hips forward and just increasing the stretch down the backs of those legs. Deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we walk the feet forward, finding that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And we're going to take hold of our big toes with our peace fingers. And just pulling the crown of the head further towards the mat. And again, some options here. So either bending through the knees, flexing through the elbows, enjoying a nice stretch for the lower back, or straightening through the legs. And just finding that nice hamstring stretch. We inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweeping all the way up to standing. Palms to touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. And just pausing here. Just to reconnect, just to recalibrate. And just notice the ease of breath. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Nice stretch through the back of the neck. And then releasing the hands, we inhale, sweep all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale, we swan dive forwards, leading with the chest. Coming to that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, and we step into a downward dog. Just pausing here for a breath. Inhale here, exhale, drop the knees, cross the ankles, walk your hands towards your knees, and we come into seated. So we're going to go in for a boat and then a couple of seated twists. So coming into a nice seated position, knees are hip width apart, grounding through the soles of your feet, so nice bend in the knees. Drop the shoulders, shine the chest forward. come up onto your toes. Send the fingertips away. Feel your core engage as you hover the toes off the mat. So either holding it here or seeing if you can take your shins so they're parallel to the floor. And again, either holding it here or you can join me in some twists. So taking your fingertips onto your temples, inhale here. Exhale, take your right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Send those fingertips away. Coming back into that boat. Deep inhale here. And exhale, plant the feet back down. Coming all the way up to seated. And we're going to send the right leg away, hugging that left knee in. So really see if you can draw that left heel as close to that boot as you possibly can, so that you can really elongate through the crown of the head. Deep inhale here, exhale, wrap the right hand or right arm rather around that left knee. Drop the fingertips behind you. Then take the gaze over that left shoulder. Take your right elbow on the outside of that left knee if you want a bit more of a stretch. So you can use the resistance of that elbow against the leg just to work further into the twist. Inhale here, exhale, release. Coming all the way back, round and we'll swap sides, so send that left leg away, plug the right knee in, and again, really walking that right heel towards that right glute, so you can really sit tall. Inhaling here, exhaling, wrapping that left arm around the right leg. Drop those right fingertips behind you. Really sitting tall, really engaging that core. And then taking that left elbow on the outside of that right knee if you want a bit more stretch. A bit more of a twist. Deep inhale here, exhale, release. Send that right leg away and we'll make our way down into, or onto our backs rather. Hugging our knees in again. Just rocking from side to side. And then taking a happy baby, so soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, taking hold of your ankles, all the outside edges of your feet. Really squeezing the lower back down towards the mat. Inhale here, exhale, release. Hug the knees in again. And again, we're going to take our arms out, extending the fingertips away from us, palms facing down into that crucifix. Inhale here, exhale, drop the knees to the right this time. And this time, take the gaze over those left fingertips. Nice supine twist. Inhale back through center when you're ready. And exhale, drop the knees to the opposite side. And gaze over that opposite shoulder, opposite fingertips. And just circulating the breath around. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hug the knees in, wrap your forearms around your shins, taking your nose towards your knees. Inhale here and exhale. Extend those legs long, coming into our relaxation, into that final posture, making sure your feet are hip width apart, if not wider, and taking your hands by your sides and then flipping the palms to face the ceiling. Take a really deep inhale into the belly, up into the chest, and then sighing it out through the mouth. Just a couple more of those in your own time, perhaps. And just really feel the release into the mat on the exhale. And then in your own time, just allowing your breath to return to normal, allowing it to lengthen. And just enjoying the stillness, in contrast to those postures. Just using the breath, using the exhale, just to sink deeper into the floor. Softening the facial muscles. Softening through the shoulders. Softening through the hips, the knees, and the ankles. And just finding some stillness. Finding that connection. And then in your own time, just finding some small movements into your toes, into your fingers, and your wrists and your ankles. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, hugging those knees back into your chest again. And taking your hands behind your knees, and we're going to rock and roll again. Just taking as many as you need before we come back up to seated, finding that comfortable seat. Either keeping the eyes closed still or just finding that soft gaze. And taking that nice bend in the elbows, relaxing through the shoulders. And this time, flipping our palms just to face the ceiling. And then taking our index finger and our thumbs to touch on both hands. So grounding our chin mudra. And just taking this time to reflect on your intention, if you set one. And then taking our hands to heart center. Namaste.